guys, welcome back to Two Girls, One Bong.
The podcast that's better if you're stoned, and if you're not, I am going to talk to your mother about that. My name is MacDizzle.
I'm Joya. You might recognize us from your favorite viral video, or you might have been watching our content for the last 8 years.
If you're new here, welcome. As that young vixen over there just said, we are the original two girls, and we've been making content together for almost a decade, and we're so thrilled to still be doing and have you here watching and or listening.
Period.
Let's
Let's dive on in. Yeah, I was going to say we can address it's not an elephant. It's just a little thing in the room, but you're a sicky girl. I'm also a little sick, but let's talk about you first.
Okay, so do you remember when COVID happened and we didn't get sick for 3 years?
Yeah. I don't know if I ever got COVID.
Why?
I don't think I did.
No, it's not even about getting COVID. It's about that I didn't get any sick. I didn't get sick for 3 years.
Yes. Right.
Because everyone were wiping things down.
Everyone was washing their hands the way they were supposed to. The masks. Yes. Social distancing.
I am fucking feral angry. Angry.
Yeah.
At how collectively we have regressed back.
Right.
To prior. I thought maybe COVID would teach us a thing or two about washing our hands and not touching things.
Which
and
for some of us, it definitely did. I realized after that, I was like once COVID hit, I was like, oh my God, you don't realize, even if you're washing your hands after the bathroom all the time, that's obviously standard. But in general, just keeping our hands clean. Yes, touching things, just having hand sanitizer on you. You realize how dirty
your face.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm very upset because I don't leave my house. I don't do a lot. And so when I'm getting sick, it's because I'm just touching something that some nasty, dirty, dusty, fucking disease-ridden parasite decided to rub their nasty fucking germs on.
Yeah.
And now I'm sick. That makes me so mad. If I'm out in an event and I'm hitting a bunch of joints, fine. That is the bet
you put
that
yourself.
I made.
Yeah, exactly. You did that.
I will lay in it. Going to the fucking grocery store, I should not be coming back with diseases. You guys are gross. Every last one of you nasty snot-nosed fucks who goes out while you're sick and you're unmasked and you're just touching things. Gross. I'm shaming you. I'm mad at you, and you need to do better.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my rant for the day. Just because I saw what was possible for me. I wasn't sick for 3 years. Right. I have such a shitty immune system. I get sick so fucking frequently and so fucking easily. This sickness that I had, Rajul had. He was over it in 2 days. I've been on week 2. I'm on week 2 right now.
No.
I'm dead ass. This shit fucks me up. I get fucked worse because I'm asthmatic, and he is too. He just really honestly is built different. He just has a good immune system. I'm tired of it, y'all. I can't even smoke when I'm like this. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I can't drink because I'm sober, and now I also can't smoke. You're trying to push me to an edge that I don't want to be on. You can tell. You can tell I'm on it. Listen to the way I'm speaking right now.
Yeah, I'm not to mention you definitely sound sick. I could tell that you were sick the second you said anything before we started recording. Yeah. Yeah.
That's my lungs right now.
Yeah. Oh, I knew there had to be a big cough after that one. All that you just jumbled all that up in there.
Bro, there's so much fucking congestion in my ears. My whole head is plugged up.
You poor thing.
I know. I feel a lot better today, though. That's the good news. The last 4 days have been extremely fucking... And you know what? I'm actually kind of lying. It hasn't been 2 weeks. It's probably been a full week. Because I remember...
Feels like 2 weeks.
It was, the day after I went to UCLA is when I started to feel fucking sick. And Eric Kahn, same thing happened to him. He started to feel sick after that, too.
No.
Yeah, so one of those gross, nasty, dusty college kids was touching shit, getting us sick.
Those college kids are fucking nasty.
There is nothing more disgusting to me that you can do than get other people sick. That's so gross. You're literally that's so gross. That's gross. It's gross.
Knowingly spreading germs.
That's disgusting. It's so icky to me, like, just to think about. You remind me of a toddler. If that's you, you remind me of a little 2-year-old with snot dripping down their face. That's what I picture.
Right.
Ew. Don't go to parties if you're sick. Don't go to events if you're sick. Call out.
Especially those places that are like freaking packed with people. Like, yeah. Well, in the same conversation, I have had an itchy throat it was like really bad for like one day where I was like coughing a lot. That was like 3 days ago. So I don't know where I picked it up, but I had basically a full over 24 hours of travel. So could have happened at any point during that. What?
The fact that all three of us, you, me, and our producer, are battling like the same fucking thing. Humans, ew. Do fucking
Disgusting.
better. You're literally
Yeah.
you're a joke. You're literally a joke. You're a joke to me. You're a joke to me.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well,
mad.
I was going to say, this is definitely like, this is very much common knowledge. So forgive me for like just discovering it for myself and realizing how great it works. But like I said, so my only symptom is like an itchy throat, and it's not even bad. It's just this little teeny tiny tickle. It's just, and I have a cup of hot water with honey and lemon, and it helps so much while you're drinking it. It's like you drink it, and then for the next like 15 to 20 seconds, it's relief. So it doesn't last a long time.
It's like salvia.
Yeah. Oh my God. Good old salvia. Actually, funny story about salvia. I like bought some with my friend when we were like 12. Like we were so young.
How?
And well, here's the thing. We smoked it and nothing happened. So I think we were sold maybe some oregano or some grass, something like that. But I did do salvia in college.
Salvia from a dealer?
Yeah.
Can't you just get that? I mean, you're 12, but like, isn't that then? I feel like I bought that at the smoke shop.
They probably don't. Yeah, they probably did. Yeah, have it at the. Yeah, I mean, I was 12, so yeah, we couldn't go into a smoke shop and buy it. And it was not real for sure.
Can you still buy
Probably
salvia?
not. Like, I fucking hope not.
I don't know if the kids are doing that
at the smoke shop. Because I did do it in this is from 2019. I don't know. You don't know if you it doesn't really say.
I might have to go on a little adventure here and just be like, y'all got any salvia?
Dude, oh my God.
The look on people's faces if you start asking for that shit.
Dude,
I did put on a registry somewhere.
Yeah, honestly, they're like, this bitch is fucking crazy. I did it in college, and I remember, first of all, when I did it, I just saw, like, I was in a dorm room and all of the colors. I was in one of those dorm rooms where the person was a decorator. So there's tapestries on the wall, and there's posters, and like there's a colorful bedspread, and all of the colors in the entire room, so people's t-shirts, like anything, they just started melding together, and they were like they're just kind of morphed together. But I also remember one of the guys that did it as well he smoked it, and then he was absolutely staring at me in my eyes, like into my soul, and it wasn't like in a threatening way, but he was like staring at me. And then eventually he like started sweating, and so they like took him outside. When he came back in, he was like, I was in a book. I was on a page in a book, and Joya, you were pulling me from being smashed by the book.
So bizarre. I've never I've smoked salvia. The only thing that happened was I felt like a really, really heavy head rush, and I fell over to the side of the seat I was in, and I started laughing. Like that's all I felt.
I mean, falling over in your seat, that's pretty heavy.
No, I'm in a book. You're pulling me out.
Like a little hallucination.
You know what my toxic trait is? I don't believe people.
It is a toxic trait. For sure. That's definitely a toxic trait.
I know, but it's also because like I grew up with a friend who would just lie.
Oh yeah.
anything for no reason. Like, she would just lie for no fucking reason. One time she lied about getting a tattoo right here, and it inspired me to actually get a real tattoo there. She Sharpied it onto herself. She would just lie.
I
And
hate
so
those.
I
Those
think
people are
because of
weird.
that, well, and this was like one of my good friends for a long, long time. And so it's like,
Mm.
because I think like, my childhood friendship brain is ingrained to just be like, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now as an
Uh-huh.
adult, when people tell me outlandish stuff, I'm like, okay, sure.
I think also generally too in our day and age with so much fake shit on the internet. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I was looking at our comments and somebody said, remember how I was telling you about the human body, like the anatomical Lego
Yeah,
set?
it's AI. It wasn't even
Yes.
real.
Yeah. I that really just pisses me off getting
Doesn't it
fucking
make you
fooled.
mad? I fucking hate AI.
Literally, I'm like, it just makes me like, it frustrates me because I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be smarter than the computer. I'm supposed to not get fooled by the stupid computer stuff. But here we
Well,
are.
here's the fucking thing about AI, right? Another rant. Max ranting today. Um, AI, like, there are some programs for AI where they can like detect breast cancer in somebody 10 years prior. They can be like, "Oh no, based on this tissue formation, we know
Right.
the AI has said you are at an 85% risk of developing breast cancer."
Very valuable. Right.
I tip my hat and I give you a golf clap. Golf clap is the best symbol
It's not
of approval that
obnoxious.
I can give you. All right?
Right.
Very well done. It's
Yeah.
classy.
It's classy. It is.
Creating AI photos, art, porn, videos, anything is fucking evil, and
Yeah.
you cannot convince me otherwise. You
I
cannot
completely
convince
agree.
me that AI art isn't fucking evil. All right? You're stealing from the pockets of actual humans. And also, AI is just an amalgamation of everybody else's art. There's nothing
Right. It's
unique
not
or
original.
original about what they're fucking doing. They're just soaking in so much information and spitting shit out. Like, oh my god, I fucking hate AI. And you know what's really making me mad recently? Because I keep getting a bunch of AI ads on my fucking Instagram.
What?
Yeah, and
Like
there's
for
an
what?
ad, well, a bunch of different things. So one of the AI things was an AI like sex bot. So you can basically create this girl who will look however you want. You can do video chats with her. Um, uh, she private messages. She'll send you exclusive videos of whatever you want, and it's an AI porn girl who you get to talk to. You're not talking to a person. We're talking, and that's fine. Whatever. If you want to talk
No,
to a fucking computer, but like
I
I said,
guess.
I hate all of this. Um, I think it's all evil, but I'm not trying to shame someone for feeling uncomfortable, or I'm shaming you. If you want to talk to a fucking computer over a person, just stop it.
What I would say though is that the people who want to talk to a computer likely are incels. Like nobody wants to fuck them,
Yeah.
so that's their only option.
And but also, like, that's why you're paying the girl on the phone. You're still paying somebody for this. It's not free AI porn. You're still paying for this. It's just there's
Right.
not actually a person on the other end. It's very bizarre to me, like, that you would
You
want a
can
fake girlfriend.
those people, probably the people who use that kind of stuff are
Deeply
so
sad. Deeply
deeply
sad.
sad and also deeply deranged.
It's
Like,
just a weird
because
disconnect from humanity, or like maybe they just don't get any kind of human interaction and they just don't want to be judged. AI can't judge you. Anyways,
AI
moving past
cannot
that.
judge you.
That's not even the thing that really made me mad. Like, because I was like, I don't know, whatever.
Okay.
There are AI apps where you can submit a photo of yourself and it will generate like a professional headshot for you
Mm-hmm.
for your LinkedIn profile. That is bread and butter for so many fucking
Photographers.
photographers. And if it's
Yeah.
that important for you to have your professional headshot in that manner, you should have to pay somebody to do that for you, not
Yeah.
just spit it into some app. Like, it's making me so mad because it's literally getting rid of jobs. And they're
Mm-hmm.
like, it's getting rid of jobs.
And one of the
Not
biggest
jobs that
things,
are like mundane either.
yeah, important ones. Um, that was like one of the big things with, I mean, the writer's strike. The writer's
Yeah.
strike was like, pay us more and stop using or never use AI to replace writers. Like those were
No, so
like their
that's
two big things, I think.
yeah, that's why they're still not done negotiating with everything like that, because there is not
The
enough
AI.
protection against AI. Like
Yeah.
artificial intelligence is destroying entertainment
Yeah.
110%. Um, because there's straight up AI accounts of girls who look like they're real, like they're going on vacation to Paris, like they're going on vacation here and there, and they're doing try on hauls for
What? They're
brands.
on video?
There are videos of fake AI girls doing this. I'm telling you, they're not real people. It's terrifying because these accounts have hundreds of thousands of followers. Yes. And it's not a real person. It is an AI fucking bot who just
I am
scraped
shook.
enough fucking information from girls on the internet to be able to do this persona of being an influencer now.
Wow, this Google just made me re-find someone that I had been following on my old page that I never refollowed. So that's cool.
Oh, slay.
Um, but oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
Oh my
Are you
God.
seeing what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
You have like straight up like influencers doing try on hauls and everything. Yeah. And they're not real. It's not a real person. And so not only is that stealing from entertainers, it's also delivering the most wildly unrealistic beauty expectations because
Right.
they're AI. This person does not exist in this form.
This combination of,
Okay? These
yeah.
genes, they're not out there in the world right now. All right? Those don't exist. So
That
it's
is fucking
very fucking scary to me, just especially I was reading that it only takes 15 seconds of audio and video to completely scrape someone's AI personality, more or less. Yeah. So 15
oh,
seconds of audio, your grandma could start getting scam AI calls from your voice
right.
because your voice is on the internet.
That is something that I've heard. One of the biggest things, one of the biggest, obviously, I completely agree with you on literally everything. Like using AI for art, using AI for porn, using like there's so many ways that AI can hurt. There's way more ways that it can hurt us than it can help us.
Yes.
But one of the things that really struck me when I first started hearing about it a while ago was this guy said, somebody can make a program, a model of your voice, and they can call your children
Hmm.
and they can say, I need you to come
I'm
here at this time. I'm going to be here, or this person's going to be waiting for you. Their name is blah, blah, blah. Or vice versa. They can make a freaking AI model of your child who can then call you and say, Mom, Dad, I've been kidnapped. They need you. There's a ransom. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That is like yes, use
So they've gotten to the point where they're like, you have to have code words with family members so that you can
period.
identify that it's actually them. What the fuck are
Absolutely.
we doing? What the
Yeah.
fuck are we doing, guys?
Yeah, it's so scary the world that we live in. Like how are people so it's just everybody is looking to come up off of the next person. It's not even that like everybody just wants to hurt people, which there are
It's
plenty of those
capitalism.
that do just want to hurt people, but so many people just want to take.
It's capitalism.
Yeah.
Capitalism is literally the root of all evil. I've done a lot of thinking about it.
Yeah.
If we did not have to rely on making money to live, things would
Yeah.
be very fucking different. All
People
right.
would
Things would
definitely
be
act differently.
very different. And also, if food was a little bit more scarce, things would be a little different. I'm telling you, if
If
you
it
had
was
to
more
go out,
scarce,
like, I mean, in the sense that, so I'm speaking on this from the American perspective, but I feel like because food is so easy to get, we kind of make up problems and make up issues and do all of these things. Like, we're like mad at like gays, trans, drag queens, whoever. If food was a little bit more difficult to get, I bet we wouldn't be making legislation about trans people.
yeah, I could see that argument.
But on that same note, I know that there's plenty of poor countries who have plenty of legislation against LGBTQ members.
Yeah,
Um,
for
but I
sure.
just think globally, like as humans, we've strayed away from survival.
Yeah.
And just enveloped ourselves into a different survival. I hate this planet. I hate living here. You know what's
I
funny?
know.
Sometimes I think about like life meaning. Why are we here? What's the tea, you know?
A big
And
question.
I have like this really random theory that it's like, and you know what's super weird is I came up with this theory a couple years ago in my own little brain, didn't speak it to anyone, and then on TikTok I saw a scientist had come up with that theory also. And
What?
it's bizarre because I swear to God, I have never, ever, ever heard it. It's something I uniquely came up with in my own brain. But it was interesting to see that somebody also thought kind of on the same length as me. But
That is
and let
very
me see if I could,
interesting,
yeah,
especially
let
a
me see if I could,
scientist.
yeah. It was like somebody who like wrote a paper and stuff, like an actual
She's
person.
yeah. Gotcha.
I'm gonna
She's
try to
already hand.
articulate this in a way that isn't confusing. But
Okay.
when I think of like existence and souls and like where we go, I have a hard time figuring out well, like what happens after you die kind of stuff, you know?
Right.
And so I kind of had this idea, this story in my head that like our souls, when you're out of this body, it goes back up into like this soul world.
Mm-hmm.
And in this soul world, there's different experiences. You know, you can go to this planet and live life as a Gazorbiorban, all right,
Period.
and see what the Gazorbiorban experience is. And then there's
Gotcha.
other places who maybe are super advanced or super in different stages of life. And so based on those different stages of whatever they're going through, you can have different experiences.
Hmm.
And so I've always kind of thought that like the human experience, one way to kind of look at it is because I love the idea of reincarnation. I love the idea of your soul can come back and do earth again. That sounds lit to
Yeah.
me. But it doesn't make a ton of sense in my head as far as like the amount of souls that are being produced on this planet. You know, like how are we
Mm-hmm.
creating so many new souls?
Well,
It's
it's not
getting
just they.
so no.
Yeah.
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Because the way I see it is if we're just constantly cycling through and regenerating souls, right? My soul just keeps coming back, popping out, popping back. There wouldn't be a huge overpopulation issue. And
Well,
so
they
my
don't just
theory,
get. They don't. They're not only reincarnated as human beings. That's
no,
the
I understand.
idea.
No, I
Okay.
understand that. But if we look at like the population of all things on the planet as a whole, it's increased dramatically over time. There's more animals, more people, more livestock, more whatever
I
than
would
any
not
time before.
agree. I would say we've been decimating like forests, and a lot of animals are dying too. But I guess when you think about farms and ranches and like places with, like
Like
there's places
fish
with thousands of
farms,
cows and
there's
yeah,
fish
yeah.
farms. I don't know. I would
But
argue that there's more life on the planet now than there was before. I'm not saying it's a better life or a more
it's a
whatever.
really good question. I'm
But
gonna see
yeah,
if
so
Google has
hear me out though.
anything.
Just
Yeah.
that's not even the point. So
Well, I would like to
my
know.
theory was like, okay, so reincarnation's a thing, right? That was my initial theory. It's like, okay, so we get reincarnated. You get to come back and do life again somewhere on this planet. But then in my head, I was like, how do I explain the massive population explosion? Like population has been increasing dramatically in the years. So how do you explain that?
Yes.
And so I was like, okay, so maybe it isn't just a cycle. You know, you die, you come back, you die, you come back. Maybe it's you die, you go to this realm, and then there's different options. And maybe right now, because Earth is at like this weird, crazy pinnacle awakening, kind of, like as far as if you really look at like humanity in the span of time, we've just developed consciousness in like the last couple hundred years
Right. When you think about the history of the
of the
planet.
planets, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So if you really think about it, we are still
Universe.
very, very young in our development. And I think it's a
100%.
very exciting time to be in this particular place. And so the theory that that lady was saying is like literally the same as that. That's why there's an overpopulation right now because so many souls and so many whatever want to experience this earth
Interesting.
awakening and all of that. And so it
Wow.
was super weird because I came up with that and I tried to articulate it one time in a live stream and I could not. And I'm sure I didn't articulate it very well right now. It's just such a complicated thing in my brain.
It made
But
sense
like,
to me, and that is super, super interesting.
yeah. And so I heard another person say that. And the fact that
That's
another
crazy.
human, regardless if they were a scientist or a fucking janitor, Like, the fact that somebody else had that exact same thought as me, I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was pretty outlandish to think
That
about.
is nuts. That is crazy. I actually, just in thinking about how we have it, we're so young in our like, as with human consciousness. I saw a tweet that was like, it was like, what's the biggest lie ever told or something, and somebody quoted it with a picture of like, basically like ape to human evolution. Those pictures that show like an ape on all fours and then he grows and he becomes a bipedal or whatever they call it. So somebody's basically saying that evolution is a lie.
Okay.
And somebody in the comments was like, which is ridiculous. So if you think that, I do not respect you. Evolution is real and it happened. It is like there's nothing can be truly proven scientifically. Evolution is as close as you can possibly fucking get to being proven as far as scientific theories go.
No, there's no scientists, like legit scientists, who are like, no, that didn't happen.
And even the Catholic Pope
was
the Catholic Pope said you can believe in God and evolution at the same time, because evolution has been so, like, they are fucking 99.99999% positive that it happened, and it's like you can't get
DNA with these creatures. How does that happen?
What'd you say?
We share DNA with them. Our DNA is like 1 centimeter off from them.
Dude,
like, there's no way.
Just 1 centimeter. But somebody in the comments, what did they say? Somebody in the comments was like, oh yeah, so like what, we just haven't changed. So we did all of that growing and then we haven't changed like at all. And I'm like, we're talking about millions of years. Okay. We're talking about millions of years, hundreds of thousands of years at the very least. What the fuck are you talking about? We just haven't changed like since we've been writing stuff down. It's literally been like 2,000 years, a couple thousand years. As opposed to millions of years.
No, literally, like, it's so funny for when humans are like, I don't see us making, like, because you've been alive for 30 years.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Are you so fucking ignorant that you just think you're gonna be able to see evolution happening? Are you fucking stupid?
On that same note, though, with evolution, once a species reaches
its prime, there's no need to keep evolving.
Good. Yeah, like, look at sharks. Sharks have not evolved.
Right. Or crocodiles, alligators.
They've maybe gotten smaller and adapted more to their environments, and so they have evolved in that kind of sense.
Right.
But when you
That's what I was going to say.
Organ structure and bones, it hasn't changed. Those are the same.
Right.
They got it right. They're good.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Like, if the environment drastically changes, but it still takes tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of years. Like, are you fucking, like, what are you talking? Yeah, literally, people have appendixes. Vestigial structures wouldn't exist without evolution. So, God, I just cannot even. I was talking to a pilot when we were in Phuket, and he was like, "Oh yeah, just if you're one of those flat Earth people, just know I can promise you it's definitely not, because I've flown all over it."
I love it when pilots are like, "Shut up."
Yeah, when an expert in the fucking, like, at least in the practicality of something is like, no, it's hilarious. But
because it's funny, because one of the flat Earth things I saw was like, if the Earth wasn't flat, why don't pilots constantly have to turn down towards the Earth? And I was like, oh, that's crazy. It's called gravity. It's this force that actually pulls everything towards the center of the core of the Earth. It's pulling me right now. Believe it or not, it's actually pulling me.
Yeah.
And if you sit there and you think about it, like, wait, Joya, sit there and think about, you're not sitting, you're being pulled towards something. Can you feel it?
It is crazy. It is crazy. Oh my God. Okay, wait. I want to tell you too.
I can feel it now. I can feel gravity.
On my, okay, this is going so far left, but it reminded me of this. On my last day in Thailand, it was just after I talked to you on the phone, which was the morning after I got this.
Oh, quick, what the fuck? Joya's engaged. She's a fiance. We'll get to that in a second. Like, just tell me your story and then we'll fucking turn out.
So we went to breakfast and like at the hotel, And when I got back from breakfast, so Adam left and went to go return the scooter that we had rented. So I'm by
The
myself.
death trap.
Yes, we'll talk all about the fucking scooter in a second. Let me tell you. But which is it's I'll get into it. But I get back to the room by myself, and I go to sit on the toilet, and I almost fell over because I got so dizzy. It felt like the room was rotating in front. It felt like the room was going like I was in fucking Alice in Wonderland. It was so scary. I had never felt that in my life, honestly. Like I've been dizzy before, but like after like rotating like in a circle or like being stupid or being
Did you
drunk.
stand up too quick?
No, because I was standing up, and then it was when I sat down that I felt I had to catch myself on the wall because I
Oh,
literally was gonna
wow.
fall over. I got really hot, and I think I ended up, I mean, I was like not well. This is the morning that I'm supposed to leave on a plane from Phuket back to Bangkok
Were
so
you
that I can
hungover
leave
or
home.
anything?
No, I literally was not. I had 2 drinks the night before. I didn't really drink in Thailand, like hardly at all. I had like one night, actually, there was one night where I got pretty drunk, and it was when we went to go watch the fights.
That looked like
The
fun though.
Muay
The
Thai.
glizzy was fucking scary.
Oh, the glizzy was
Well,
disgusting.
I gotta be honest, like you chose that bed. You must lay in it now.
No, he didn't need it.
I know.
He didn't
Okay.
need it. He didn't need it. I am going to send Dev, I am sending this video to our group chat so that you can please put the picture or a screenshot of this glizzy up on the screen so that the people who may not have seen my story can see it. It is this, Adam called it Donald Trump orange colored hot dog. That is, it's literally like a olive skin tone fucking hot dog. Hang on.
It's bizarre, but honestly, the regular color of a hot dog is also off-putting. Should it be pink?
It is, but it is different than what
Yeah.
this looks like. And I think it's because I don't think they eat a lot. I don't think they have as much pork in Thailand because a lot of things were like chicken sausage,
Are they
chicken. There was
Islamic out there?
no, they're Buddhist. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's
Okay.
plenty of Islamic people, but it's mostly Buddhist.
Okay.
Which maybe they don't eat pork either, but there was still pork options. It just
No,
was there was
I don't think
also
if as far as I know, Buddhism does not have any meat restrictions as far as I know.
I think you're right. Well, a lot of Buddhists actually they don't believe you should eat any meat. So there's
Oh,
nothing
interesting.
about just specifically pork. Yeah, no taboo about eating pork. But and then like I said, there was still pork options, but there was just I
Mhm.
saw a lot of chicken, sausage, chicken this, chicken that.
That's
There's a
heaven for
plethora.
me.
Yeah, there's a plethora of chickens there. Um I actually got this video of one where he's like the sexiest rooster I've ever seen, and he did this like thing where he like posed. He was like standing and he like went like this with his leg.
He
And
said,
I just
"Hey,
was like, look at this fucking rooster serving absolute cunt
look
in
at
this
this
restaurant right
cock.
now.
Look at
Yeah,
this cock serving
period.
cunt."
Serving straight up cock. But anyway, so yeah, the last day comes around and I literally was fucking miserable. I didn't know what happened because I was hoping that I wasn't flu sick or food poisoning, but that's what it felt like. I was like, had a little bit of a fever. I was just hot and cold at the same time.
Mhm.
I ended up puking. I like chugged this like
Was
hydration
it
thing because
food
I was like,
poisoning?
oh no, I think it was literally just dehydration because you know how much water I drink on a regular basis. I'm a
Yeah.
really good about my water, and I was not drinking water like that there. I was drinking like a bottle a day or maybe
Oh,
like 2 bottles, but I was not drinking water as much as anywhere near as much as I normally do. So, I chugged a bunch of water and I also drank this like hydration packet thing like in more water, and
mhm.
that I literally fucking projectile vomited. It was like horrible. um but eventually, like, I was able to keep the water down. Like, I was like, I had to pack in the next hour. Like, I was like, I could not pack. I couldn't even stand up. So, anyway, I was fine, thank God, but it was so bad. Like, for those, like, 2 hours, I was miserable, and thank God I was like, because I was like, "Oh my God, what if I get fucking stuck here?" Like, by that time, obviously, like, you're ready to go home. I was like, "Oh, I love this place. It was so beautiful," but I was like, I'm ready to go home. Like, I miss
Oh,
my
yeah, like,
dogs. I
after
miss
the
my
3rd
bed.
night, I'm over it.
Yeah, yeah.
Love this place, want
And
to go
we
home.
also so we're in Phuket, which is, like, literally so fucking gorgeous, and then we had to go
Yeah.
back to Bangkok. Like, after we were in Phuket, we were like, "Oh,
Bangkok's
we
the
could."
city, Phuket's, like, the jungle
A
beach
beach.
area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, so it's like, and I'm a beach girl, so I was,
Yeah.
like, living my best life in Phuket. But so we
Yeah.
had to go Phuket to Bangkok, and then the next day go back home, and so I just was like, "Oh my god." But thankfully, actually, our flight was supposed to be at, like, 1 PM, and it got moved to, like, 4:30, so I had, like, some extra time to, like,
How long did it take you to
recover.
recover from that?
Just, like, a couple hours, which makes me think it was dehydration.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, so I was as soon as I was able to, like, just started sipping water instead of chugging it, and, like, I drank another hydration thing, but I just sipped it, I didn't, like, chug it, and I was fine later on, and I also got medicine, I got, like, anti-nausea medicine. So,
Interesting.
yeah, thank God I was fine, but I was literally, like, fucking out for the fucking count, and I've never been dizzy like that before, ever. Like, that was terrifying. I was like, "What is happening to me?" Like, it was like the spins when you're drunk and in bed, but times 10. It was worse than anything I've ever experienced as far as dizziness, and it was like, you're just so I was just disoriented, and I hate not being it's one thing to feel like
Have
I'm
you
gonna
ever
throw up.
fainted?
No. Yeah,
When I had a
no, I
really
would be
bad eating
terrified.
disorder, when I had a really bad when my eating disorder was, like, kicking, when I was, like,
Yeah.
probably senior in high school, it was really, 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 really bad. But if I would stand up too quick, I would faint because I just didn't have any food
Off
in
an
my body.
Addy, no
Yeah,
food,
often Addy, just amphetamines in my body,
and
often
probably a
Addy.
green tea or
No,
something.
no, no, I
Some
hadn't started my green tea yet. I was drinking
Okay.
brisk iced tea, though, the fucking
Okay.
raspberry iced tea.
Sugar,
Yeah.
sugar, sugar.
Sugar, caffeine,
Yeah.
crack, and then, yeah, and when I would run up my stairs sometimes, and just jogging and running up my stairs too quick, I would pass out.
Oh my god, yeah, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, but
I
you know what? Everyone thought I was so healthy because I was skinny.
They're like, "Oh, you're doing so
Little
well
did you
for
guys
yourself."
know, I couldn't even stand up too quick.
Oh my
I couldn't
god.
stand up or I would faint.
Mm. This world is so deluded.
My favorite
Um,
thing is when skinny people come forward and they're like, "I love how everyone thinks I'm healthy because I'm skinny. I smoked 3 cigarettes for breakfast and ate 4 pieces of bacon.
oh my
That was
god.
my morning." Like
I remember I have this memory of being at the grocery store when I was, like, a freshman in college, and I don't know if I've talked about it in the podcast before, but I had, like, a spurt of fitness, like, between my senior year. I was fucking miserable. I just thought it was disgusting, and so I went and lost a bunch of weight. I lost, like, 30 pounds. I went into my freshman year fucking ripped. Did not work out for the next 5 years or so. But I'm in that freshman year, and I'm in the grocery store. I'm waiting to, like, get some turkey from the freaking, slicer people, the
yeah.
deli, and I have, like, yoga pants on and, like, some athletic shoes and, like, like, an athletic top. I don't know. I was not working out. I just think I like the
But
way
that
that
was like the style.
athleisure, right, and still is,
Yeah.
like, sort of, but I was full-blown,
She
poser
said,
at that.
"I just left the gym. I
Yeah, like,
just did
literally, like
100 sit-ups just now."
yeah, and there was this guy, this old man who he was definitely hitting on me, but he was like, "Oh, what would be, like, a healthy option? Like, you look like you're pretty healthy." And it's just you saying, "Oh, I smoked 3 cigarettes," or I'm like, sir, I just did a bunch of Molly last weekend. That's why I look like this.
She said,
I
"I'm
haven't eat
literally on Xanax right now."
I haven't eaten a full meal in 4 days. Like, that's why I look like this." Like, but
"Oh,
yeah.
anorexia looks good on me,
Yeah,
huh?"
right. So, that's just so fucking fucked up how our world works, but,
Yeah, that was
um,
hilarious.
I will go back into the proposal.
Please, please, because everyone's so excited.
I'm so excited too. Um, so, okay, I'm gonna
Tell us
start
how it happened. Yeah.
morning of. Um, Adam is like, "I really wanna go see this lookout spot, this viewpoint." And I'm like, "Ugh, okay." I was just like, we did stuff that I wanted to do. Like, we were both, doing, not appeasing each other, but, like, if I wanted to
Meet
do
each other
something, we were gonna
halfway,
do
you
it.
know?
Yeah, exactly. If he wanted to do something, I was gonna do it. We're gonna go do the things that each other wants to do.
Yeah.
while we have the time in this beautiful
Partner
place.
stuff.
Yeah. So he's like, I want to go see this viewpoint. And I'm like, we've literally seen so many beautiful viewpoints, but okay. I'm like, there's beautiful viewpoints all over this goddamn city, but sure, sounds good. So we get on this, it's basically like a moped. And if you've never been to Thailand, these things are everywhere. It's like there's more of them. It feels like there's more of them on the road than there are cars. Like,
it's huge.
It's
Go
huge. So they are literally everywhere.
Real quick.
And people, yeah.
Real quick. My dad works in Indonesia for like half of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And he has one of those scooters.
Oh my God, how funny.
Yeah, he's gotten in multiple accidents because people are just crazy.
Dude.
Yeah, so your fear is warranted. My dad has been hit, knocked off.
Yeah, and I'm not driving. So like I have no control over the situation, which like I don't know if it'd be better if me probably was best that I wasn't driving because I'm a fucking scaredy cat and I like you can't hesitate. Like if you hesitate, then you're in an even worse position. Like you have to be able to like think fast and like do it, which like
you gotta be confident.
Do that. In a car, I am confident. Like in a car, I am, but on a fucking exposed fucking little motorcycle Vespa thing. Vespa, right. I just was not. But it was fun. Like it's fun to get around the town and like I was really scared at first, but then Adam is like he's a good driver, so
yeah.
And I also like trust him to keep me safe like in general. So it was like okay, it's fine. But this viewpoint that he wanted to go see was in another town, the next town over. So it wasn't that far. It was like a 15-minute ride on this little scooter thing. But because it was in the next town over, you have to go up onto a hill and kind of like through like on a windy road. And there's lots of ups and downs. And so we're like getting over there and we're like, I mean, halfway through and I'm fine. But then once it starts to get into those ups and downs, I am fucking terrified. And I told him I'm on the back and like, he didn't even know I was freaking out. Cause I was I'm like, okay, I'm freaking out because I'm freaking out. I think that if we were actually in real danger, I think that he would be feeling different. Like I think he knows that he's in control and he's doing okay and it's fine. But I was just so fucking scared being on the back of the scooter. Going up is fine. Going down is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
So I'm on the back of the scooter and I'm crying. I'm not like sobbing crying, but there are tears coming down. And I told him, I was like, I am not riding back on this thing. I am not going back on this. I will take a taxi back to the hotel. I cannot ride on this. I am fucking terrified. And he's kind of like, like, okay, like, are you okay? Like, what's going on back there? But we try to find this viewpoint and we can't find it. Like, looks like we pass it on the map. And so we're like looking for it. And then we pull over into this like resort. And the guy at the front is like, oh, you cannot be in here. Like, if he's like, he wasn't an asshole, but he was very much like, this is for guests only. I think they had like a private beach. So he was like playing, he was security guard.
So you can't just give me directions?
Well, he barely spoke English, which was also like a really funny. We have multiple stories about people not understanding us. And like we would use like Google Translate.
LOL.
There was multiple times where like there was just the language barrier was serious. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so we're like trying to find the directions to this place. There's no service. Like the service sucks. It's there, but it's very slow. And so we can't find the viewpoint. And like there's a spot where we think maybe it is. And so we stop there and then it ends up being like a staff entrance to a fucking resort. So that's not it. And it's just, it's the viewpoint doesn't work out. Yeah. So I'm fine. I put my big girl pants on and I'm fine going on the way back. Like, I'm like, it's okay. I'm fine. But it starts to sprinkle and you can see like there were storms every day that we were there pretty much, maybe besides one day, but you can see the fucking storms when they're coming. Like the fucking
it's a tropical island,
yes.
Like that shit happens.
The storms happen, but we're on this scooter and it starts to sprinkle a little bit and Adam's like, well, do you want to just stop at this beach? And I'm like,
no.
but I'm like trying to compromise. So I'm like, sure, I guess. Like, and I very much either said sure or I guess. I did not say yes, I would love to.
I
But
suppose.
yeah, literally, I'm like, well, read the fucking room, babe. No. But also, if he wants to, like, I'm like, we only had 2 days left. Like, I was like, I'm not going to be like, no, whatever. So we stop, and within 10 seconds, it is pouring fucking rain. I'm talking like the biggest raindrops I've ever felt, just absolutely fucking
like
slamming down.
Like Hilary Duff at the end of Cinderella Story.
I thought you were going to say during Come Clean. Yeah, okay, Come Clean.
Well, because that, like, the song plays when, see, she's waiting for you. It's like waiting for rain in this drought.
Stop.
Stupid and disappointing.
Oh my God, that is
useless and disappointing.
That is so niche California. That's so funny. Like, we've been in this drought our whole lives.
But then it rained really hard.
Yeah. So I think probably a little worse than that, because it was not acute rain. It was like there were like sweeps of wind, like, you know what I mean? It was like fucking, and
it
like
wasn't Hollywood rain.
Got it. It was not Hollywood rain. And we had these like ponchos, and so we're like trying to put the ponchos on, and I'm wet already, so I'm trying to put this, and I'm just pissed. I'm fucking frown is so far. It's like I am fucking pissed, and I'm sticky. And so Adam's like, should we go like into this pharmacy? And I'm like, we can't just go into a fucking business and ask if we can stand in there. So we go in there and we buy something. Basically, we stand in there for a few minutes, and then we go outside and we stand under their like awning or whatever. And the rain starts to cool out a little bit. It's still fucking pouring rain, but it starts to calm down a little bit. It's not like, drenching everything. So we ended up just, he was like, do you want to like take a taxi and leave this here and come back and get it later? And I'm like, no, let's just brave the storm. Let's just go. It's only a mile. Like, it's on one of those short, like, strand roads. So there's traffic, there's pedestrians, but like, I was like, it's okay. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Back to the hotel, get it over with, take a shower, like whatever. And so that night he had made us dinner reservations somewhere. And so I kind of felt like it was coming, because he like all but forced me to get my nails done.
That's your dead giveaway. Like, just let me have the busted nails then. Let me have the busted nails.
It was funny because, and I also realized like I went, because he got one. So we got pedicures and a massage, and then he was like, I'm going to get a manicure. Like, you should just get one. And so I'm like, okay. And I realized like I was just trying to like save him a little bit of money. And so I didn't get gel. And I'm like looking at I'm like, these did not even last like 48 hours, like with the not fake nail polish, with the regular nail polish.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
regular nail polish is ass, bro.
It's horrible. Like, it was
really bad.
It was like an extra 200 baht, which is like basically $5 to get like gel. And I was like, I should have just done that. Anyway.
$5, girl.
Just to get gel.
Like,
an extra $5.
I'm saying, like,
yeah, I know.
And, like, I'm gonna save him $5.
Yeah, so stupid. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, so he made us reservations at a nice restaurant. So I knew, obviously, even if it wasn't coming, I knew that like it was a nice night. And so I got all ready, and he was like, I want to like stop at this beach on the way over. And I'm like, okay, definitely.
Oh, do you? I think I'm down this time. That sounds nice.
Yeah. And I'm like, we haven't gotten enough beach over the last few days, but I knew for sure it was coming. Like, there was no way it wasn't. So, but it was really, really nice. Like,
were you nervous when you like started to catch on? Were you?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I was like,
did a part of you think it wasn't gonna happen? Maybe.
Not really.
Yeah.
I pretty much knew. I was like, yeah, it has to. Because
it's so funny because like watching Spoons over the years, like he loves to surprise you, but he sucks at it.
I can't imagine. Like, the thing is, it's not him. It's me being so fucking good at sniffing anything out.
Yeah.
Because he's so
because he tries so hard.
Yeah.
He tries so hard every single time, but you always fucking put it together.
I
And I've now gone to, I don't text him anymore. The only way I will communicate with him is through DMs, so you
Instagram.
can't fucking see it.
Because it doesn't pop up. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
literally the only way I'll talk to him now.
Yep. Yeah, dude, I know. And that's the thing. It's like he is so thoughtful, and like he is so great at putting things together.
Yeah.
I am fucking.
Well, it's so funny because you like have very similar personalities in that sense. Like you like to do things for people and like surprise people and plan things.
Yeah.
Like two planners got together.
Right. Which exactly that's the thing. It's like I am the planner.
And so she knows when she sees plans happening. She says, I would do this if I was planning something.
And I'm like, if there is something that is being planned, like if there's plans that are happening without me making them, like obviously it's a surprise for me. Yeah. But I do love a surprise. And even though the proposal wasn't a full surprise, the fucking ring.
Oh my God, it's so pretty. I'm so happy you got it right. I was so happy you got it right.
That definitely like fucking sent me. I was like, oh my God, that shit is fucking beautiful. And I love it so much. And I just like, for the first like, I mean, I'm still just like looking down at it. You have to
send me a better picture of it. I literally only have the picture of you like this.
Oh, I would love to, because I'm like literally obsessed with it. And there's like this little, you won't be able to see it on the freaking screen, but the setting has these two little, he called them halos, I guess that's what they're called, but it's like two little rings of smaller stones. I'm gonna send it to you. They're so pretty. I just like am obsessed with it like so much. So yeah, even though I knew the proposal was coming, the ring fucking gagged me fully. That's good. So I was so happy about that. But yeah, it was funny. So I guess he told me like that evening that he was planning on doing the proposal at the viewpoint.
Yeah. No shit, Joya.
Yeah. So I thought that was so funny because first of all, like I was so cranky. Because,
not just like, being a brat and postponing your own proposal.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't
because y'all couldn't find it. But imagine being that pouty, and he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna propose to her now."
That's literally what I said. I was like, "Oh my God, could you imagine?" Like, I literally was so upset and in such a bad mood. Like, but I did
what say, would you have done?
What?
Like, what would, like, imagine that he did, like, it did work out and he did propose to you while you were mad. Like, would that have erased every single
I think I would have completely 180'd for sure. Because I told him that.
Been like a real surprise too.
Exactly. Like. Yeah. And from being like super pissed and like upset,
and
I think
I
would
feel bad and you'd be like, you would cry so much.
I definitely would. I
almost wish he just like did it at the fucking pharmacy.
I know. I would have fucking killed him if he did it.
Like, and then like the guy over the he like makes a deal with the guy in the back and they start playing like Lady in Red when he does it over the pharmacy speakers.
Lady in Red. That's so MacDizzle coded. That's so funny. But I did tell him, I was like, I think I would have been in a way better mood on the ride back and in the rain if I had.
Shit. You said I don't care about the rain.
Yeah.
Let the rain fall down
and wake my dreams. Yeah. But yeah, it was so sweet. And I was so happy. And like I said, yeah, obviously this is like, I've known that this was coming for like 5.5 years or more. Like literally like
a long time.
It's
not a surprise that he wanted to marry her at all.
No, like it's like we both expressed that so early.
You guys had like a little bug up your butt for a little while that you were just gonna go run off to the courtroom too. So I mean,
we've still. Well, I've been like, what
if we just do it now?
Let's go get the insurance benefits. Yeah, like, let's go get the fucking. And we were discussing that. Like,
why do you get benefits? Because you're committed to,
because you have a piece of paper. Yeah. I mean, I think it's because you're committing to, maybe it is that financial commitment, but still so stupid.
But like, why do you get What? Financial commitment. Well, I guess it
Because if
probably
you get
goes back to
divorced,
the fact that, like, women couldn't have jobs or bank accounts for a long time, and so when you picked the
totally.
woman, you're like, "This is the one I want. Yes, sign the paperwork. I'll take her. Thank you very much."
That's
And so
100% where it came
now
from.
yeah, now they're like, "Oh, it's benefits now because you're married." Like, no, no, this was to protect women and give women, like, a little
It was
something.
probably to yeah, exactly, to give them a little something, right? They're like I mean, back in the day, it was you are allowed legally to get your ass beat
Yeah.
or to be physically assaulted in any sort of way, and no one's gonna do anything about it, but you can have the insurance benefits, so here you go.
Yes. We will make
Um,
sure that when he does beat your ass, insurance will cover
you can go to
the
the
pay. You know, you can go to the emergency room, and we will cover 90% of the cost.
oh, it's so fucked, but
Fucked!
yeah. But, um, anyway, yeah, I was just very, very happy, so yeah. Great
Well,
trip
we're all so
overall.
happy for you. Everyone
Thank
drop a
you.
congratulations in the comments because we're so stoked for Joya. They've been together for so long.
That we have.
Really
That
have.
we
How
have.
long is it now? Like 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years. We
When's
we
your anniversary?
so the anniversary thing is kind of cloudy because we never really had one, but
Like
we
a real
picked
date that he asked you to.
we never yeah, he never said like wait, it was like fucking like it was like a week in and we were like we're not hooking up with anybody else
LOL.
and I really 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 like you and so that was it. But then we picked the day that basically there was this day that we hung out and my friend Kiana, who you know,
Yeah.
basically let me use her bedroom to have a sleepover with him. She was like down in San Diego, like doing whatever. And so she let me use her bedroom to like hang out with him. And that's when we told each other, I love you for the first time.
How long
So
was that?
that was in the middle of October. It's October
How long
16th.
had you known each other?
We met on August 31st and August 21st. And then we spent real time together for the first time. Let me see. Actually, I can look up the dates of this festival. Day and Night 2017.
That's just
That was our
hilarious
first.
because you guys were also doing some party drugs together, like Molly and like going to festivals and stuff during that time too,
Yeah,
right?
we did. We
And
did
that can
do some
definitely
drugs.
do some things to your little
Accelerate. Accelerate
yes.
things.
Because I was like, "Y'all
We
moving like lesbians. You're moving so quick." I said,
yes,
"I love
bring the
you after
U-Haul,
60
baby.
days."
Bring the U-Haul. So September 8th through 10th was this festival that we went to together. We saw each other on the first day, and then the second and third day we spent fully together. And on the second day, that was like our first day full spending the whole day together. I went to his Airbnb afterwards and we sat outside of this Airbnb in the backyard and made out for like 4 hours. But I was
Drugs.
like,
Drugs.
"What?" Yes,
Next
drugs,
time
right.
drugs.
And he was like, yeah, which is like, this is stupid. More power to you if you fuck on the first date. But I was like, being like prude, not real prude, but I was like being like, no, I'm not gonna have sex with you.
Oh.
I'm just gonna sit here and make out with you for like however long. And then like a few days later, after the festival, like that following Monday, we were on FaceTime from like 6 p.m. to like 1 a.m. Like it was
Oh,
like one of
cute.
those like yeah. So that and it was like yeah, we definitely um yeah, things moved quickly, but I was just so
I
sure
fucked Rajul on
about
the
it.
first night, and I gave up my
Period.
7 months of celibacy for him.
Wow.
Yeah,
It,
I
it
did
ended up it
celibate
was
for
worth
7
it.
months. Period. He
Yeah.
sat down and he watched, like, 6 hours of Drag Race with me on the first date.
Oh, you're like, I have to fuck you now.
No, I wasn't like, "I have to." I was like, "Please don't leave. How do I keep you here?"
Please don't leave.
How do I keep you here?
That's cute.
Yes.
That's funny. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
actually talking about that too because I had moved back to San Marcos, which is where he was from, which is where I went to college. He was living there still at his parents' house, and so I moved in with like a couple of friends, and I moved in on December 1st, and then by January 1st, he was like moved in. Like it
That's
was like
funny.
he had spent almost all of December there,
Yeah,
and he was like, "I might as well move in and start paying
yeah.
rent." And I was
Like,
like,
why not?
"Period."
That
Yeah,
was literally, like, Rajul and I, when we met, we dated for, like, 3 months until he actually, like, asked me to be his girlfriend. Because 'cause I'm very serious about that, and you have
yeah.
to ask me.
Yeah.
And so it was in March, and then I don't know how long after that I saw 11, but he moved in May.
Okay. Yeah.
Or no, in May, his roommates were trying to be like, "Don't move out yet, bro."
Oh, right.
Even though he literally spent zero time there. He was just paying rent for no reason. I'm like, I'm sure you don't want him to move out. I'm sure you want that extra grand towards your rent. Like, please.
Right.
But yeah. I was like, fuck them. Come over. Come on.
Yeah. Bring that ass here, boy.
Bring that ass over here.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff this week. I hope everyone is good. I hope you aren't sick. And if you are, I hope you found whoever got you sick and you punched them in the head.
Yeah.
Period. I've had to leave my house a couple times since I've been sick. I wore masks. I've hand sanitized.
The whole time, yeah.
I'm not touching my face because I'm masked.
Right.
Anyways, yeah, I'm not saying I'm better than anyone, but I'm definitely better than people who go out with no protection when they're sick.
Willingly, and yeah.
Please, do something.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's all learn from, but you're so right, because COVID literally taught us so much about just hygiene, public hygiene, and like it was so valuable.
I feel like all of these places stopped doing it. They don't wipe things down between customers. They don't. Mm-hmm. I've been going to weed events. Girl, they don't even wipe them down in between people.
You mean like the bongs and stuff?
I'm not playing with you. Weed events. I'm going
what
to
the
weed
fuck?
events. And
people were doing that. They were doing that even before COVID.
I know.
So what the fuck?
Let it go.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. That's fucking gross as fuck. That is so much worse to me than an individual, which is still great. Yes, it's disgusting. Somebody going out willingly like sick into the world.
But it's like, so much grosser to be the person who's just
providing a service and giving that to, oh my God, that is fucking disgusting. You just infected however many people with herpes. And it could have been.
So person out there who happens to be listening to this and works for a brand and does those booths, set yourself apart from people. Get some fucking antiseptic wipes.
Oh my God. It's like the easiest
alcohol and just we don't need to be spreading herpes disease, whatever the fuck else can be transmitted via bong. Yeah. Like
anything that's transmitted from saliva or like any sort of like, oh my God, that is fucking disgusting. That is the worst thing I've heard ever.
So I've stopped. I don't hit anything at events anymore.
Period. Yeah. I that's the way to go. I completely no, ew, gross. Disgusting.
The last time it happened to me, I hit something at Hijinks and I got sick after and I said, never again. Nope. Never again. Because I didn't realize they weren't wiping it down. I didn't know until I saw somebody go up after me and hit the thing that I had just hit. And I was like,
so gross, dude. Oh my God.
I felt bad. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that you have to touch that.
Yeah.
After my mouth was on it.
That's so
What
nasty.
are we thinking?
It's gross. I do not understand. That's disgusting.
It's so gross. But we'll see you guys next week. All right? We love you. Make good choices.
We do so much. Thank you for tuning in. Love you.